Don't smoke too much of that. Do you like that, by the way?
Yeah, it's okay. You know what we got in yesterday?
Though.
You know what we got in yesterday?
Huh.
White label accomplished Lanceros.
I saw that. Did we get Von Cares?
No.
That one's tastes like a pencil, Bob. Do you
It
know
does
where
have
I
bones
think
of-
they could improve?
Who?
Those guys.
Yeah.
Is instead of releasing 3 a month, maybe release 1 a month, and then put those in the vault so that they get really aged and very nice. And then you have something for 3 years from now, right? And then we can promote one thing and know one thing. That's just.
Look at you trying to be strategic.
It's
Well, look.
That's not going to help us.
First of all, you're a retailer, so what do you know?
Amen. What's
You're
up,
here.
Johnny Goodner? What's up, Upton?
It's
What's up,
Jay
everybody?
Goody is his new name.
Are you sure they can't hear me?
Yeah, unless you added the mic.
I did.
In with the count.
Can you guys hear us?
Yeah, I could hear you earlier.
Well, you're sitting right behind us.
No, there's my place.
Stop bragging.
So we got Jay Goody, we got Evan Hurst, we got Marty Upton, we got Larry Adams, of course, first one in.
Just a little bit of choppy audio behind it.
Julie is in, Jay Goody is in, Tom Hadley is in, and of course Cigars and Guns. Hi, puppy. You want to be on the show too? I don't blame you. Oh,
Yeah, that audio. So it's
I guess behind the.
it's behind it. But
Push it so much. 25 seconds. Push it so much. Facebook isn't really.
yeah, it doesn't quite differentiate that. We're going live in 10 seconds. Oh, yeah, we should get this ready. Hey, put your mic up.
It is.
Okay.
Job, Zuckerberg.
Bam. Oh, bam. Bam.
You
And
did nothing there.
bam. We're live.
We are live. Just in time for Mark Rogers
What's
to
up,
show
Mark
up.
Rogers? Good morning, everybody. Good morning to all of you.
Good morning to the plethora of North Dakota State fans that decided not to go to the game and sit in here today.
No, they're at the game. No, these are diehards.
Oh.
They're used to it being negative 400 degrees outside,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's nice and warm at a balmy 40 degrees outside.
Yeah, it's
right now.
we definitely have North Dakota in the state.
Hang on. Let's get to the show because I know it's throwing off.
Yeah.
A little bit thrown off. Here.
Yeah.
Is that Brian McGee? We got a little
Brian
something for you.
McGee,
Okay, you ready?
Rodney Smith.
No. Get to
What?
the.
I'm afraid to touch
pen.
this. Okay. Can Pops pick out what cigar this is? Bad news in the Petoro front. I don't like that.
I know.
Them boys having an Eagles fest tonight.
Feast.
Feast fest. Pool pond. Cigars, what does that say? Cigars meant to get your panties in a bunch.
Makes sense.
It does now. And we're sending prayers to our friend, the ICC Bigfoot, his brother, sending prayers up to him.
Yes.
I
Yep.
thought you were giving away a bunch of games.
Okay. Panties are in. Okay, here. so
Panties
we're
are
dropping
in.
this in. Who
Kevin
do we got?
Ochoa's in.
We got.
Why don't
Kevin.
you put
What's
that
up,
on your
dog?
thing?
What's up?
Why
Oh. Good morning, everyone. Let's start off here. We're going to break it down a little bit serious here.
Yeah.
We are absolutely, please join us in giving up prayers to Brian McGee's brother. He's having some issues. He is in the
ICU.
in the ICU, or at least in the hospital. Please give us an update and make sure to keep us in the loop. We are sending nothing but love and prayers your direction to the McGee family.
Yes. Brian, if you have any updates, I see you're in here. If we got a thumbs up, please let us know.
Yeah, please,
Awesome.
please let us know. So nothing but love, but the rest is, we're gonna do our best.
I would say if he is still in the ICU, smuggle him a cigar. I think he'll be bounce right back.
He'll
Yeah.
bounce somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. Stop smoking that.
From a technology standpoint here, Cigars and Guns, we kind of look frozen.
Oh, it's probably just it's.
Oh, what we like to
Yeah,
call
we're okay.
poor connection.
We're doing no.
It's all the people from North Dakota that are
You
here.
can't talk about tech issues when you're live. You remember when we were doing ALA? and I was up there and I was helping produce.
Yeah.
You know who the worst speakers were? The ones who would get up there, hot mic it, and they go, something wrong with these mics?
Oh, yeah.
No, dickhead, just keep doing your thing.
Your
I'm not
education
saying
moment.
you're not-
Your
I'm not-
education moment is over.
I'm
Okay.
not saying that's
News
you're a dickhead.
update. Thank you from Brian McGee. Good chances he may be going home today.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
It
fantastic.
worked. It worked.
You're
So,
welcome,
yeah.
Chester. That is fantastic. Yep. If you are watching this, let us know where you're tuning in from.
Larry Adams wants to know who the skinny guy is behind Brandon.
That's Mark Rogers.
Mark Rogers.
And also Chris.
And the new to the skinny world, this guy. He's been gone for 3 weeks. He's gotten skinnier. He's the only guy that loses 7 pounds during the holidays. And what an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Chris walked
Congratulations.
1,200 miles, which means
1,237.
Which-
1,278.
which had he taken on a legitimate challenge, could have walked to LaGrange, Missouri, back and forth 5 times.
Is that really?
Underachiever.
Is that really what it is?
5 times. That's what I said. 5 times. God damn, Ron. What part of Texas are you from?
Bocock Brothers coming in.
Yay!
We've got Wayne in. We've got Blake. Oh Jesus, we got Blake in.
Where's Blake? Is he flipping us off when he walks
Who
by?
knows? Who knows where he's at? No. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for stopping in and joining us
Yvonne's
this
in. We haven't
morning.
seen her for a minute.
Who is it? Who's in?
Yvonne.
Yvonne Gensler?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to toss her a little good morning?
Good day, miss.
Excellent.
And that brings up a good point. If you're coming to us from a foreign country like Chicago, let us know where you're coming in from, and we will say good morning to you in your native tongue, and it will sound exactly like the guy down at the grocery store.
Greg Stockard.
Oh, he's from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
How y'all doing? Good day, mate.
Good
That's
morning.
notice how I mixed the Oklahoma like an Australian transplant that now has lived in Oklahoma for 5 years.
Yeah.
It had that feel.
That's you're
Yeah.
exactly right.
Yeah. Stockard wussed out on golf tomorrow, so he's dropped a notch in the coach's poll.
He's been dropping a lot of notches.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I don't see him up here that often.
No, I do miss you. I miss you.
I heard he's
dearly.
sick.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that right?
He has the new COVID. I mean, the cold.
Yvonne Gensler is coming up from Wisconsin, where it is a little cold.
It is a little cold up in Wisconsin. Here's a chilly good day, miss, in the frozen tundra of everything north of Dallas. Jeez. The high in Omaha this week was 0.
Rodney, that's not how we sound.
I'm not. Don't even get me started with Rodney.
All right, let's rock, shall we?
Yeah.
Kevin, let's back up a little bit. Kevin, I cut this cigar for you because Kevin said, first off, he called you Mr. Frakes, which is weird.
That's really weird.
He said, Mr. Frakes.
Who's this?
please-
Kevin, your friend?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, a guy you've met a whole bunch of times.
I
Mr. Frakes, don't cut yourself. So that's already been pre-cut. I'm
I
giving that
noticed
to
that
you.
It was nice that you dropped it on the corner and
Well-
put the wrapper.
Ipso facto,
Oh, yeah.
you've got a cigar to smoke. So smoke that, and you let us know what that cigar is.
All right.
He has no idea.
All
he has
right,
not
sir.
been told.
Challenge accepted.
All right, let's check it. Let's check it. Let's.
Man,
It's
it's
a dog
sweet.
turd. Yeah, Chester, get out of here. Get.
It's definitely a.
Dog turd. Perfect.
No, this is not. I'm not. I'm not giving you some sort of joke. This is straight down the middle. This is a good cigar. This is something I think you usually smoke in the morning. This particular cigar, probably not, but this is in the wheelhouse of what you usually smoke in the morning. So you can't tell us what you're smoking, but what do you get off of that?
Definitely a little bit of pepper. Now, this is my first, and I've only had about a half of that cigar this morning. I've only had a couple sips of coffee. I've had your beautiful daughter's waffles first thing
She
this
did a
morning.
good job.
She did a great job.
I'll tell you. And so what do you get?
Let me take. You go ahead and talk. Let me.
Okay,
do
yeah,
some-
it sounds good.
What
No,
I
no,
call
you do your-
concentration.
Yep. I am smoking the Crux Du Connoisseur. This is the number 4, or it's also their Corona Gorda is the size. It is spectacular. It's got good depth, great flavor. It's a little bit fresh, kind of floral, but it's deep enough that it can work with some coffee, but it's fresh enough that it leaves your palate very clean at the end. This thing is kick-ass.
Little dry. Is this Dominican tobacco?
Just keep on smoking, Pop.
Okay. Well, I just thought maybe you could help me get in the path because doesn't have any real oiliness. It's got a little bit of pepper, a little bit of black pepper, but not enough that because I'm not a pepper fan. But
Right.
this is good.
I think
The draw is really good.
that cigar may actually surprise you as to what it is, because the visual cues of it, I think you'll be surprised to figure out what that is. Let's talk. We've talked some
damn
headlines
good.
here. Let's go ahead and talk.
You
bad
know who would
news.
like this? Balls. Balls McGee.
I didn't
over
know
here.
which one you were talking to, but the balls cleared it up right
Yeah,
away.
yeah. No, he would like this.
Let's talk some bad news here.
I hate bad news. We should have started with this.
Petoro bad news.
Which is,
Terre Blanche Lanceros gone.
you know, I learned that disaster last night when I came up to get one and was informed that they were gone.
Yeah,
And
gone.
do you know how many boxes I got before they left?
80.
0.00.
Oh, because you haven't learned anything in 4 years.
No, I have not learned anything in 4 years. I have not. I did not grab
What's up,
the
Lonnie?
4 boxes I promised I was going to take. Although that did force me to do the Terre Blanche last night and the Toro, what I call Toro Plus. That is really good.
It's equally as good.
Really good.
Yep.
I think the Lancero was the flavor was a little bit more robust, but God, that thing is good.
It's all the way through. So yeah, bad news. If you haven't smoked it, that's too bad. We will get some probably the middle of this year, I think.
In 6 months.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
they're not
it's-
showing it until July.
Oh, they're not showing.
They're
it
not
until-
showing it to other dealers
So we
until
won't
July.
have it until fall of this.
Unless we ask Pablo if any are
2022.
ready. If any are ready earlier.
Yeah, it might be. It might be 2023. Who knows? Well, for those who did step up, congratulations to you, and you can sell those things for probably double now. So that's awesome, but not awesome.
Now, Goodyear said he sells them to you at double.
At cost.
Good. Well, he was really smart because
Triple
he
cost.
bought 1 box of each, and then he started to panic and bought a couple more boxes. So it is the first. It's the first cigar that I've seen in a long time where somebody will smoke like this much and then go buy a box. XO was the last time I saw that happen.
So those who are joining, thank you. This is Saturday at the shop. This is Pops.
That's my kid.
And we're Industrial Cigar Company, and this is our weekly get-together where we just come together, talk cigars, talk shop, talk... What else do we talk? Just kind of life's...
A lot of random stuff. No, I'll tell you, we do a show on Tuesday nights called Cigar Talk Live where we grab a unsuspecting patron.
Yep,
And
bystander.
we just basically do an hour plus of a virtual cigar lounge where hundreds and if not thousands of people just kind of hang out in the cigar lounge with us, and we have a conversation just like you would normally have.
Yes.
Like, do you believe in UFOs?
All of it. Don't start
So-
giving this stuff away now.
Well,
just watch it. It's Tuesday at 8 o'clock.
In professional broadcasting like we're in, that's called a teaser.
Yes, I understand.
Okay, well, I was just letting you know, just in case.
And that in the marketing world is called a promo, where I say don't talk about it because you got to go. So you start with the link and then I close with the promo.
But we just sucked in all the UFO fans.
We've just lost half of our viewers.
Well,
I'm sorry, I can't read this small font that's coming in on yours. Will you toss anything out that you've got over on Cigars?
we have Dustin in. I'm just throwing out a couple. We have
Is that-
Raf Roz. Now
I
I'm
like
going to
that
tell you,
name.
Raf Roz is from a foreign country like Chicago. There's no way that he's in North Texas.
He's from New Delhi. Yeah.
How do you know?
Yeah.
Do you know him? Oh, you're just making shit.
What's up, Grizz? Grizz coming in from across the pond there.
Good day, mate.
If you're watching
It's
this
just like
and
I've
you're
been
on
there.
Facebook, give this a share.
Give it a
comment done.
share, comment.
And let's give something.
Rob, first of all, I miss Rob's face. Where has he been? I think his wife's got him on lockdown.
Yeah, it would
Yeah.
make sense.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy, that makes sense.
Rats is in.
Yeah.
Jay Goody, he's good. Goody's going to take care of me. Jay Goody, that's his new name.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You guys have like Don't Be a Menace in South Central
Malaysia.
Names.
names
Yeah.
for each other?
Yeah.
And Jay Goody is his?
Yeah.
For Johnny Goodner?
Yeah.
Okay.
He said he calls me D Floppy. I don't even know what that means.
Ralph Ross is from Malaysia.
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 Oh, go ahead.
Are you?
Raph
Man,
Ross.
I have
hey,
not.
this is going to sound just like you're at home. Go ahead.
Can you do a voiceover? Come over here and do a voiceover.
Just going to lay down behind the table.
Come over here. Come here. We gotta bring this in. Come on, man.
Hang on.
Please. We gotta take this over the top. We'll just kung fu this thing.
Oh, come on. Just say good day, mate. We'll move on.
Good day, mate.
All right, let's move on here quickly. Uzbekistan.
Oh, come on, man. Isn't there anybody from Arizona? Good day, mate. I'm working on it. I haven't even worked on the whole Asian belt. I haven't even worked on it yet.
Uzbekistan?
Well, that's north of that, but it's got some Russian in it.
Where is Uzbekistan?
It's north of Kazakhstan.
Yep, never mind.
You know, there's Highway 133. It's just on the right over there.
Oh, Kayla is in Aruba. Can you say good day, mate, in Aruban?
In Aruban?
Yeah.
That's not proper. Good day, miss.
Okay, there it is.
There it is.
Uh-huh. Done. Okay. So we haven't decided what we're gonna give away, but we're gonna give away something.
Let's don't give it away to Frank.
But you realize how much money that saves us in shipping?
It
And
does
I
save
can
a
walk
lot.
it to his house.
It does.
And so far, Frank, you're winning. Somebody can beat Frank by sharing, commenting, done, and then telling Ron why they should win.
Yes.
And if you're really smart, tell Adrian why you should win.
Yes.
Are we going to talk about anything today, or are we just going to
I don't know.
just say hi to people because we're excited that this many people are hanging out?
God, there's
with
a
us
lot
this
of people
morning.
on here right now, and if you share it and share it and share it, we could be up to 30 people.
If we do, I'm giving that hat away.
No.
Off your head.
No. This is my favorite. You know how fast I run in this? It's unreal.
That's coming in from New York.
New York?
Forget about it up there. Hey, good day, mate.
Can we talk about something, please? Just anything. Just pick it. What's going to happen today, Pops?
Cowboys are going to play.
Beautiful. What time?
7 something.
Good.
Yeah.
Who we playing?
The Eagles. And this is a great question for Brian McGee, who is an expert at smoking meats. How long do you smoke an eagle for it to be really tender?
60 minutes.
Is that what it is?
That's game
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Nice.
However long
I think we should have
it-
eagle tacos.
I like that.
Yeah.
We got enough hunters in here. We can make that happen.
Yeah.
Coming in here, let's talk about Placencia. Okay, let's talk about Placencia.
Maybe
Maybe
the best farmer in the world.
Maybe.
Maybe.
They've been around since 1865.
They have at least 6,000 employees.
Yep.
They
That's
have-
as of 2018, there were 6,000.
They have farms in
Honduras,
and
Nicaragua, other places too.
no, just those two.
But they do have factories in both of them. Crux, some of our top lines in our humidor come from Placencia, both their Honduras factory and their Nicaraguan factory, led by Nestor Placencia and the rest of the Placencia family. Hobby's a great dude. I mean, if
Great
you want to
guys.
talk about a family that sees eye to eye about cigars,
Passion.
absolutely.
Yeah.
We don't run their entire line. We have so much Placencia in. We do have their Almafuertes and Almafuegos, the Fuegos, and that's really where we're sitting.
Yeah, they've got a new one called this
Cosecha.
149.
Yep.
Yeah, so I want to get that in because it looks like a San Andreas or a little bit darker wrapper.
They're
on that.
asking if we're going to carry it. So the
Yes.
answer to that
Oh, yeah.
question-
No. In fact, I thought I had those on order, but I'll check with our rep. But we have Regis. We have Bocock Brothers. We have now Cavaliers started their own factory, but they were using the Honduran factory. Crux, of course. And what's interesting, we were having this conversation the other day. Performance, whatever this cigar is, performance is spectacular. But performance, draw, and consistency, and good burn, and good ash, and all of those things that we take are very important. But we have now sold over 40,000 Crux since we've been in business. 4 years, a little over 4 years. About 40,000 Crux.
Just one line.
One line. And I honestly, JP and I were talking about this the other day. I can't think of a time where somebody's walked up and said, "This doesn't draw. I need another one."
That's a good point. We were mentioning that.
I think JP said JP's had 2.
Yeah, there are some, because it's not a perfect science, but the quality and really stand-up job that Crux does, because Casey goes to the factory, Jeff goes to the factory, and they're there when production's going out, so they can check them. They
raw
spot
testing.
them. Exactly.
Yeah.
So they also take the extra step. So just a great partnership there. And ultimately, one thing that I kind of learned at the beginning was I pictured all cigar manufacturers to have their own factory. I always pictured that.
Right.
But then what I realized was it's really not that case. There are not a ton of established, trustworthy manufacturers or factories that people can partner with, because you can't get all the way vertically integrated in this industry.
No, that's true.
But I'll say finding the right partnership is integral to your long-term success, and I think Crux has found that with Plasencia. Get with somebody that has phenomenal tobacco, won't shortcut the process of fermentation, and are just good, trustworthy people.
We had a restaurateur in last night that has some incredible restaurants, and we were in the humidor. It was first time in, and we were talking, and he was like, "What do you look for when you're looking for different brands?" Mm-hmm. And I was talking to him about how important it is that we find out who the farmer is, who the blenders are, all of the stuff behind the scenes. And he goes, "It's interesting. My focus became who the farmers are, where the cattle are coming from. He wants to know those details so that he's putting the best product on the table for you." But so we kind of had that similar thought process. But there's, you think about it, there's a lot of manufacturers out there, a lot of lines out there that people are hard pressed because they're buying from the tobacco from brokers,
right?
And there's maybe no consistency.
All right, we're getting uncomfortably into cigar knowledge here. Let's pull this thing back, shall we? Alva Dog's down here. Alva Dogs, appreciate you coming in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kiss a man on the lips on the show.
You go kiss him, and then I'm gonna fire that up and start
You're
smoking it
ashy.
myself.
You're grounded.
Do it. Picked up a Crux Epicure after recommendation last week. Loved it. Great to hear. It really does. I'm very proud of the work that the team has put in over the past number of years.
Yes.
Because that humidor is not big, but it has some stunners in it.
It does.
And when you look around, it makes our job very easy. Just knowing I don't have to navigate away from certain things. I can just find the best cigar for someone's palate.
It is a curated humidor, and that part is great. But I think that the team has really put some good cigars on the floor, and there are some manufacturers out there doing some really good stuff. You had the privilege this week to find out that there's still really bad cigars out there.
I did.
Yeah.
Yes, I smoked a bad cigar this week, and I forgot what that was like. And it's not fun. It's not as fun as you would think.
No.
It's refreshing to realize what is currently the humidor, but I did smoke a little bit of a bad cigar.
Yeah. I think that I'm honestly, I'm a little airheaded right now because this cigar is freaking amazing.
Yeah, what are you getting out of it so far?
Well, it came in with a really intense front end, so they obviously kind of front loaded the foot with the tip of the leaf. That leaf kind of bellies down like this. All the nutrients sit at the end, so they'll a lot of times twist that off and put it up towards the top on the cap, and sometimes they'll position it at the foot so you get a little bit more blast flavor on the front. So I was getting some pepper, I was getting some dark, it was kind of in that dark chocolate, cocoa realm. But it is, for somebody that would think that this cigar, as dark as it is, would kill you, it's turned into medium light.
You're right on as to what that cigar should be too. I'm curious. Do you have any guesses as to what that is so far? Don't worry about the country of origin.
No, is it the Bad Principle?
No, but I think you're in the right direction for sure.
Because
That's actually one cigar I wanted to talk about, which is the new bad principle called the Magnum. This is sensational, and I love this approach to it because I hope you have had the opportunity to smoke an Aviator, and he as in Darren Chaffee, hopefully he's tuning in here, he takes all of the remainder of that Aviator tobacco, that absolutely unbelievable tobacco, just depth and flavor for days. And then he wraps it on top of a wrapper that he hasn't told me what it is. He's just expressed how excited he is about this. It's pretty exotic tobacco.
Yeah.
And you get this deep, cherry, sweet, very fun cigar.
Because it's acting like a Dominican cigar, and it gives us a little bit of pepper. But it's because of knowledge that this has Aviator tobacco in it. It kind of went into that realm. So
That's
whatever it is, I'm thoroughly impressed.
It's the wrapper that's throwing you off. I believe it's the wrapper
Is it an Epicure Maduro?
Yep.
That's
what it is. That sweet ring of that.
It's a Crux Epicure, and it's the ring of that San Andreas.
Yep. That's exactly what it is. Well, you didn't even get a third in. You picked it, so congrats.
Okay.
That's cool.
All right.
So Pops knows his shit. Verified here on live on air. So.
Yeah. So one of the I can't see who it is, but they had the Sergeant, which is another cigar that was a shocker this year.
I tell you, what's up, Steve Root?
And look, Luciano is, as he puts it, he wants to create cigars that are disruptors. He is a disruptor. That
actually went into. It's interesting because the next thing that we had put together is, from a cigar knowledge perspective, what is the last thing that you learned? And I'm curious what the last thing is that everyone out there watched also learned. But I learned from Luciano just about everything.
The one point that I just made, I actually learned that while he was rolling a cigar with a paper towel.
Yeah,
that's the way he broke the end of the leaf off.
That's exact. That's what I was. Okay. I was actually going to explain what that is.
Do that.
So it's. So apologies to the ladies watching here. I'm not going to say the same thing he said, and apologies for anyone who's seen this before. But I think it's brilliant. And Luciano is creator of Mil Diaz, the Pichardo family, all of these things. Taught us, why does a cigar change first third, second third, third third? And it's very simple. If you look at the tobacco leaf, this is a towel, not a leaf. And as you get closest to the actual stem itself and the furthest out, we break that into thirds. This third, in terms of ladies, is a young lady who wants the business about 13 times a day. She's full of life. She just wants it. And you might want it maybe a few times a day, right? Flat out, ton of flavor. Then in the center is your middle-aged lady. Mm-hmm. She wants it a few times, but it's perfect. Everything's perfect. And then down in the bottom, you get the older lady, where it's a little bit bitter, a little bit bureaucratic. It's, kind of does because you have to. You kind of got to keep the lights on. Want to talk, like the whole deal, right?
Yeah.
So here's what they do. They take the bottom and they get rid of it right away. And then they layer these so that the young lady, you take off all but just a little bit. That's why you get more pepper at the light, because at the top of the cigar, they're going to take that and fold it down. And they're going to fold it in here so that young lady is going to go to the bottom. So if it finishes stronger, that's why. So as you start, you're going to have just a little bit of the young lady, which is waking your palate up. And then you get into this change, into this real, I would say, the essence, the depth, the complexity of the tobacco, and then you finish with a little bit more body, a little bit more strength to it. And that is why you change from first third, second third into the third. So those phases and by visualizing it that way really helped me.
Yeah.
It's changed the way I look at cigars.
Yeah, so that was probably the last thing I learned. The other thing that blew me away was what the ultimate palate cleanser is. which is, ladies and gentlemen, write it down, cheese.
Did you say peas?
Yes. No, he said balls.
Balls. Cheese. Cheese and bread.
Yep. Isn't that crazy?
What's that? Yeah, the Fiat Lux is a good palate cleanser, most certainly. Oh, Lee, this is yours. Oh, man. On camera, that looked like you caught it, though. Yeah.
Spike it.
There's no instant replay here.
Yeah, exactly. You probably could on these systems, though.
Well, I thank you for giving me this, because you know how many times we've said over the last 3.5, 4 years of doing the show, go back and visit a cigar you haven't visited for a while and get reacquainted with it. This goes back in the rotation stacked.
It's a cigar that's, for some reason, easy to walk past, but it makes you realize how good it is.
When I walk up to the Crux wall, I'll typically grab a Limitada or I'll grab a Crux Epicure. And I have not been grabbing the Maduro.
Yep.
And it is, I'm kind of, you know, I think as people, there's a roller coaster ride with cigars, and you get to that point where you want to kind of beat up your palate, and then you get on the downside where you want to just give it a break. I'm kind of on that downside right now. That's why Terra Blanche, the Martinique, the Pichardo, Connecticut.
The Angeliques. I'm
Angelique.
telling you, this is on Tuesday after we do the podcast. The Angelique, these are in. This is the headline we were talking about, getting your panties in a bunch, because this is an old, I think it's 1950s.
Yeah.
Actual panties pack. This is a little 5-pack of Angeliques. It's a sweet tip cigar on a Connecticut
Really good
wrapper.
cigar.
It's just fun.
Yep.
It's a good, unabashful dessert cigar.
Yep.
You can end your evening with it. It finishes clean. It's just perfect. I've been loving that cigar.
It's a great cigar. Speaking of, you know what's funny is, first of all, did you see Size Matters this week?
Very good.
So
very good.
Yeah, so Queen Bee has her show, Size Matters, on Thursday night. Great show. She put a lot of effort into building some structure. She had Carrie Himmel on. It was a great show. But she was they're spotlighting, following Ron and Chris, they're spotlighting a factory. So she's doing all this stuff. I guess they call it research. We've never done it.
I don't know.
But so she researches it. So she's doing this whole thing on the newest cigar in their line, the Double Corona Bull and Bear. So before we get started, she goes, "Well, since I'm going to talk about, I should probably smoke that."
A double Corona Bull.
Double Corona, and I had to walk her away from that one real quick, because the half of that show would have been with her head on the table just drooling. But
that show was really, really good.
It really was good.
My opinion is Carrie Himmel and her
should just do it all the time.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
Go on the rooftop patio at her place. I think their energy was fantastic. For the setup was great. The audio was awesome.
Yeah.
That was. And Begley's obviously getting very comfortable in front of the camera. If you didn't see it, go ahead and watch it.
Go back and watch it.
Very, very good.
It's, you know, the thing I like it is it's genuinely a woman that is starting her cigar journey, even though we've been on it for a long time. She's getting in it. So admittedly, she's learning. And what's cool is she's had Luciano. She's had people on her show. And she's absorbing it all, and it's just cool to watch somebody that's early on in the cigar journey and has this desire to learn more and more and more. Yep. So, but yeah, we had 4 guys in last night that just were like, we're talking about wrappers and what wrappers have different flavors. And they're like, he's like, one of the guys was like, is there really that much stuff that goes on inside of here? So we started talking. I talked to him about Terra Blanche being grown in this white soil and all, and they're like, you gotta be kidding. So then they started buying cigars that had different wrappers and things like that. So they came in, they had a deadwood in their hand, and then ended up filling up one of the red baskets with all this stuff to try all these different cigars.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And what I think my favorite, and the message I think that goes out to newbies is, it doesn't matter at the beginning.
Right.
To know all the things. Just let us help you find what's best for you to start. And then you can get as detailed as you want.
Yeah.
Or you don't have to. You can just stick with what you like, and we'll help you. We'll kind of walk you through the process. But you can get as nerdy as you want, or still enjoy it by not having to become a full cigar nerd.
And any hobby that you get into, you'll decide how much you want to get involved in it. But yeah, it's last night we got in the back and we just started having a just in-depth conversation about tobacco and stuff like that. It is very, very cool. One of the things that's starting to happen is everybody's coming out with their top 25, and I was encouraged to see our list.
Yep.
And
as a matter of fact, I've got that there.
The list is loaded with a bunch of product that people have never heard of. Now, obviously, we sell a lot of it, but it won't look like anybody else's lists that are out there that are loaded with every big box manufacturer that, I guess bought an ad on their
And let's be very
website.
clear, the people who voted on this were people who've purchased online before, or people from all across the country, and then we also put ours in and then averaged it all out. So
Yep.
to see some of these, yeah, this is going to look different than anyone else.
Yeah, there's not going to be a lot of lists that look like
now,
this.
we do have a Padron in the top 25.
Okay.
We do have an Illusione in the top 25. That's...
Yep.
But
Yeah.
then if you look at the rest,
There's some great cigars.
there's some great cigars.
Oh,
yeah,
my
and it's unfortunate to see where some of these cigars landed as well that have won before, that are top level cigars, but we just weren't able to have them. So you could see without people having them, they just weren't voting for them.
Yeah.
So it's
So our friends from Distretto are coming in. Good day, mates.
good day.
with your-
Oh yeah, good day.
Good day.
Good show so
First
far.
time viewer from Greece.
First time viewer
Greece.
from Greece. Go ahead, pops.
I've only been working on that one for a couple of weeks. Watch this. Good day, mate.
God, that was good. That's an unfollow. Thank you very much. Hopefully, I came out on Cigars and Guns page, not ours. Speaking of Cigars and Guns,
Yes.
please do me a favor and drop that link. How would you say it? Ours truly. Fucking Adrian is nominated
Yes.
for the Gundies for the most dapper influencer.
Right.
And you can vote 15 times a day, which I have voted a lot of times at this point.
Yeah,
Go in and vote, because if he wins, he's gonna throw like this huge party here
Yeah.
and pay for it.
Pay for the whole thing.
So
Yes.
it's gonna be
Yeah.
awesome.
He just found out.
He
just
just
got-
found out. I just thought about that idea.
I just saw out of the corner of my eye the whiplash that he got when his head flipped over.
So go vote. And he
Yeah.
deletes his comment for the voting. All right,
Yeah,
here we
nice,
go.
nice. I see somebody has cigars lately. I'm stuck on the LFD number 6. Don't blame you there.
No, absolutely.
Cabinet
phenomenal.
Maduro number 6.
What would you put somebody into if they wanted to sit in that wheelhouse of the Cabinet Maduro number 6 from LFD?
I would
One,
do the
two, three.
Aladino Corojo Reserva.
Interesting. I was thinking maybe the DC Equalizer.
I would do
Blue
that.
Label.
Blue Label. By the way, a couple of lines. MJ12 Maduro.
Maduro.
Yeah. The Cruzado is outstanding, by the way. But a couple of lines that have just exploded in our store, and one of them is DC. Bocock Brothers have just blown up. Pichardo stuff has blown up. We saw our biggest growth this year from last year, definitely in Crown Heads.
By thousands of cigars.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thousands. Absolutely incredible stuff. And it's just, there's this phenomenon that happens in the cigar industry, and it is a term called one and done. People will get a cigar, they'll smoke it, they'll go, yeah, that's pretty good, but they just don't come back to it.
Right.
It's the lines that Crux, Bocock, some of those that we just listed off, people make it part of their regular rotation.
Well, and it's a huge testament to you and Nate of constantly evaluating the inventory so we can move the stuff out that doesn't work and bring new stuff in that does.
Yeah.
You know, we do have a lot of things that people do walk past, which is why I grabbed these 2 cigars. You kind of take some of these top lines for granted sometimes.
Yeah.
Like a Crux, for instance, we have so many of them. They all do so well. You take it for granted, I believe. I know those are good, but you almost want to experiment a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, what else haven't I tried? I know that's good, but then you come back to it and realize you have that aha moment. Oh, why have I been walking past this all the time?
It literally had me kind of speechless for a while because it's just, I think I was probably more pissed at myself for walking past it for the last few months because it is really, really good.
Proud of you for blinding that
Yeah.
too.
Strap hangers are online yet.
Strap hangers are not online yet, but I'll put them up for you, Evan. Yeah. Now McGee says thank you, ICC. No, huge thank you to you because I attribute a lot of the growth to you just giving us access to some of these very unique cigars. Always making sure the ICC family's taken care of, all of us, and getting Luciano was a big deal. I think that was a huge turning point. I'd love to see what the analytics looked like before he was here and after he was here.
Oh,
I think it would be
crazy.
Yeah.
Now, somebody brought up that they missed the Casa Cuba, which is a Fuente. Very, very good cigar. It unfortunately was a slow mover, but it's within the Fuente line. It's always been a slow mover because Fuente really slipped by not actually putting Fuente on it. So it just says Casa Cuba, and a lot of people don't know what that brand is. But it really, from a Fuente perspective, it's the newest cigar that they've created. Opus X they did in '97, and I think it was like 2013 or 14 when the Casa Cuba came out, which is the old man's personal blend. It's a great cigar, but it was a very slow mover.
Speaking of old school cigars, you know what I found when I was cleaning up the vault today? A box had slipped back. It's a box of Joya de Nicaragua #1 Lanceros.
Oh, those
or the
are
number
old.
ones. That's 2001, I think.
Yeah.
We have
Those
a
are-
box in the vault.
Yeah, 21 years old. Really?
Yeah, it had slid back
They
behind.
were like little, like almost like pencils, if I remember right.
Yeah.
The
I think
number
they're
one,
like 38 ring gauge
Yeah.
by maybe 7 1/4.
Yeah.
But it's an old Cuban #1 size.
Yeah,
So,
21 years old.
yeah, and that cigar, I suppose we can put them up on the floor there. And they're-
Yeah.
I
Or if
didn't
we
know
were
we had 'em.
if we were smart, we might take them home. But
Yeah, we wouldn't.
Why
You don't
would
wanna do that.
why would we start that trend?
Here's a question I have because I want to talk a little bit about 2022, and I've got some feedback I need here. We're working with a lot of manufacturers to do the next house
Yes.
project. I
Yeah.
won't say the next house stick because the house is principal. And we're also continuously working with Darren to figure out what the next principal installment in the house project line is.
Yeah.
Pretty excited with what we have, what we're thinking about, but that might be a next phase release.
But you still see the house as the brand, and then do you see other manufacturers that are building a stick under the
fit in
house
there.
brand?
Yeah, I believe that's the way. I was very excited about our conversation with Darren this week about particular size.
Whoa.
There's something working there, but what brands do you want us to see? Do you want to see wear the ICC band?
Yeah,
I'm very curious about that because we have a lot of opportunity.
One that I think was a very humbling moment was sitting with Luciano after he spent a day with us, and he said he's constantly asked by retailers to do a cigar for them, but he actually wants to do a cigar with us, which was his way of saying those guys are, it's for him. It's not just about selling 5,000 sticks. He wants to do it with somebody that's gonna present it right, and it has. And we hear it from all our manufacturers. Our customer base they're educated. They appreciate
It's
the
the best
finer
in the world.
things.
It
There's
is
no doubt in my mind.
legitimately. I mean, that's what Pablo says. These are the best customers in the world. I mean, we can say that because it's the best in our world, but legitimately, someone who travels all over the world says these are the best
Yeah,
customers.
yeah. It's tribute to you guys. Hats off to you guys. Seeing a bunch of people coming in. Cigar Hammer Mike, how you doing this morning? You're gonna get strap hangers on. Zulu.
You know what? Cigar Hammer Mike, I tell you what, that is a really good idea. If we had our house, if we did a Connecticut, maybe some sort of Epicure spinoff with Crux, and picture how cool our house band would look like in Husker Red, in that scarlet and
Yeah.
white with some black
I like
on
that.
there, like some matte black. That could be cool as hell.
That would be really good.
Good idea, Cigar Hammer Mike, who said no Nebraska red though. So, ooh, that could be good.
In the back, I will say this: the Magical Mystery Tour was one of the most successful things we've ever done. I think in total shelf time, maybe 48 hours almost sold out. And special thanks to all the manufacturers that participated in it. We've already started seeing the benefits where we had one guy that in his pack had a Bocock Brothers cigar in it. He came in and bought 10 online. We're seeing the result that we had hoped that we would see. In the back, you haven't seen them yet, but I bought new packages. It's matte silver bubble pack like we had, but I want to keep this mystery pack going. So it may not be a Magical Mystery Tour, but I think there's something in the fact, and you guys tell us, do you like receiving these 5-packs that have cigars in them that we've picked? That allows you to experiment a little bit.
You know what's interesting is on Tuesday, Cameron said, did you ever think about doing these 5-packs? I think they work very well, but what if you pulled the labels off and wrote numbers on there and then just blinded people?
Yeah,
it's like, oh,
we should do that.
It's like, yeah, maybe called the Blind Man's Draw.
Blind Man's Draw.
Oh.
Maybe get a sticker for
That's
it.
a cool name. Y'all should take it.
Yeah.
We should take that.
Yeah.
You know what? We should use the decals that are in the vault right now for
We
that
should.
and kick that back. So maybe we just make that the Blind Man's Draw. However, I do want to do it a little bit different in terms of having testing sheets, so you could choose to just smoke the cigar and enjoy it, but maybe on the back of it it says what it is.
Yeah.
And then
Or put a QR code on it so you can go in and fill out your comments on each one that you smoked on number 1,
Yeah.
number 2, number 3.
which is something that already exists that I forgot that I created until right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should
So
kick
a
off
lot
the
of
Blind
the-
Man's Draw. is
A
what we
lot of the
should
heavy
do.
lifting has been done,
Oh,
so
you might-
we can
basically
actually
all of it.
execute this.
Okay, let's
So somebody's
Blind Man's
asking,
Draw.
is the Cuban Nights party coming?
That is a very good question, and I wanted to actually push that into the crowd and see when everyone wants to do that. I was thinking kind of that March-April time frame.
Oh.
I'm even working on getting our Ali and I's dance instructor to come up here and help with salsa dancing.
Oh, cool.
So-
she Cuban?
No, she's British, but she also knows salsa dancing very well. But I think it could be a great opportunity to do almost a night at the factory type of experience. Find some music in here, a little bit of salsa dance, Cuban coffees, Distretto. I'm talking to you.
You know, and let's take the whole experience all the way out. Let's make it a communist party, and we will tell you what you're going to smoke.
Yes, you will give us all your money. I like this. It's themed out.
Don't look at us funny. You'll be missing.
Yeah, exactly.
For those of us who've been to Cuba, we know that that's real. When Oliver decides to go up next to this girl that looked like she would have showed up as a stripper dressed as a police officer, Oliver walks up next to her and goes, "Hey, can I get a picture with you?" And she goes, "Keep walking." Okie doke.
And that
Off
was,
he went.
that was the only thing in perfect English she knew.
Yeah, that I guarantee you that was the only thing she
Yeah, keep walking.
Yeah, keep walking.
Yep. Evan, I'll see if Mark can come for Cuban Nights. I'm not sure if he might be busy that night, but we'll do our best.
Mark McCuban. Mark McCuban.
Mark McCuban.
Mark McCuban.
Just have him come with like a Che Guevara hat on.
I've got one.
Yeah, he'll be here. He'll be
Yeah,
here.
so Mark McCuban. Bigfoot hunter.
What are some?
I bet, have there been any Bigfoot sightings in Cuba? Because that would be really interesting, because that means that some bitch can swim too.
That's a good point. Another reason why you should watch Cigar Talk, because we did dive into that last week. And then on the First Friday side of things, what are some other thematic ideas that you would like to see?
I've heard that karaoke needs to come back.
I have unfortunately heard the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll bring it back this year.
Yeah.
We'll bring it back.
There was also a request to not let Ron have the mic.
Okay.
I don't know what that meant. I thought that he's saying, what were you singing? Like Butterfly Kisses? You were singing something that had a real twang to it. Yeah, I think it was.
Mariah Carey, something.
Mariah Carey. Ron singing Mariah
What
Carey.
were you singing?
I sang Michael Bublé.
What did I say?
That's you said basically. Wait, doesn't he sing Butterfly Kisses too?
I think so.
Yeah.
He probably will.
All right, so
Actually, Ty was singing with me on that one.
Well, that doesn't support your case at all.
if you would have seen what Ty was talking about on Tuesday, you would ask him to not come back in here.
I'll tell you what.
He needs to be on Cigar Talk Live.
He does, and he needs to drink as much tequila as he drank that night too, and it'll be the most interesting show in the history of shows.
Yeah, some
Yeah, he's allergic to that.
So, here are a couple of the things that are coming up in the immediate future. Next Friday, we have
Super Bowl party came up.
Yep, we can do a big game party, as we have to say legally. Next Friday, we have our second Friday share. That's SSW.
Yeah, excited about that.
Welcome to come in. Now, that is ticketed and it is sold, so there may not be capacity on Friday. You're welcome to come in at the same time. Just bring a bottle with you and be ready to share it and connect with people.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to that kicking. And then in 2 weeks from today, we have Cars and Cigars.
Yes.
So,
January edition.
yeah, those things
Let's
are
hope
moving
the weather
now.
participates.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah. Good stuff.
And then big events. We're already starting the planning for the Derby. If you do want to sponsor that, we're getting with Woodford to have them sponsor. This is going to be the next level.
Yep.
Last year, I think.
Last year was on a pretty high level.
I would
but
have to say
this
it
is-
was.
This is, we want to take it to the next level.
To even the next
Yeah.
level. So I'm really looking forward to that. And then for those who are interested for this F1 Paddock Pass for the season that starts in March.
So excited for this.
We'll have more info as we go through that, but I think there could be something special at this Paddock Pass
Really cool stuff.
deal. So, and networking that doesn't suck.
I know that you're looking for a name for that.
Yeah,
But I really
yeah.
like that name.
Networking that doesn't suck.
Networking that doesn't suck.
You think
because,
that's okay?
Perfect.
Okay.
You know, the traditional "hello, my name is" and walk around with your glass of wine in a plastic cup, and what do? You know that.
Oh, we should do business together. What,
Yeah.
Because
Why, 'cause we met?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is a good opportunity to really connect. Imagine walking in a high top that has problem solution. You can come and get and take something away. So you have Cigars 101, whiskey, chocolate, wine, all of these different things. There
Yeah.
could be something financial. There could be all these things that's 101 driven by a thought leader in that space. Connection, whiskey, cigars, a true opportunity to connect with people.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to that truly. In the back, there will be a VIP mastermind. We'll call that room the Maduro Mastermind, led by Daniel Himmel.
Right.
We did that a few times last year with tremendous response.
Very cool.
And I'm looking forward to kicking that off.
So is that something we're going to do quarterly or
Monthly.
Monthly.
Yeah. So
Wow.
so we'll have something
Awesome.
the first, second, third, and fourth week. So first, we obviously have first Friday. Second Friday is SSW Share. Third Saturday is Cars and Cigars, and then I think we're going to do the fourth Tuesday will be networking that doesn't suck. That'll be kind of that 5 to 7 time frame. So just come in, and then after 7, you become a customer. So
Nice.
just
Nice.
sit down, relax, or take off, whatever works best.
Yeah. Awesome. I like
So no, I'm looking forward to it. We've got a big year planned. I wish we could share some of the things that are happening in the behind the curtains with you. For those who were part of the state of the shop a couple weeks ago, you got to get a little glimpse.
little glimpse of what's happening. Juan Mendoza is in, Marcos is in. We got a bunch of people that are still popping into the deal. Instagram and Cigars and Guns, of course, Tales of the Lounge. We got everybody in here.
Yep.
I think pretty much the whole internet.
Good morning, Mark.
Now we're about to hit that phase of no football, so we've got another month of that, and then
yeah, but then the next month F1 kicks
basketball.
off.
Apparently, people watch basketball.
Basketball for a month.
And
That's what people care about.
People watch hockey.
You know what? Hockey is one cool ass sport.
It is in person. I'm not a big fan on TV, but I on the glass at a hockey game doesn't get any better than that.
Oh man, it's amazing to watch those guys. No, I'd be down with doubling down on some hockey viewer.
I watch these idiots on this rally road racing stuff where these guys are in these little all-wheel drive cars going like 200 miles an hour down dirt roads, and these idiots are standing on the side of the road. That's like taking up bullfighting, but not really having an idea what's going to happen to you.
That is third
Those
world
guys.
level of idiocracy.
Oh my God.
Like standing on the
Standing out there with their phones, and then the car like
Yeah.
is off the. It's in the air flying past them. And
And
outrageous.
Have you seen inside there? You have the co-pilot who's sitting there with the. It's a whole language about you've got this type of turn, you've got this crest, you've got, and all he's doing is just reading. You've got a 1 over this, that, and the driver is just 100% listening. He could most likely just close his eyes and drive the same
Drive
speed.
like JP does.
Drive like JP does,
Yeah.
sideways.
Yeah.
And the co-pilot is just sitting there hoping they don't die, just reading as fast as he can read in a different language.
Inevitably, they're.
The co-pilot is the experienced one of the tandem.
He is the experienced one?
Yeah.
So you put the shittier guy behind the wheel.
Yeah, that guy.
He just floors it.
He just has to do his goal.
Oh, that's
That's
scary
next-
stuff.
that's next
what?
level.
That's faith. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are no atheists in those cars
No.
for sure. No, that's it.
Those guys are. They do spend some time upside down.
Yeah.
You know, they spend some time in ditches.
Yeah.
For sure.
So, with that, this is perfect lounge weather. Come in and join us today. Oh, that's right. We can't. We gotta bring in the Dappers dude on the planet.
Dappers
yeah, we
dude.
can't just sign off.
Can't sign off
I
without-
forgot because it's been so many weeks. He's been jumping the border, moving guns
Yeah.
across to
Yeah.
our neighbors to the south.
Nice.
Yeah,
and I think he just has a glow about him right now that he's so dapper.
It's Dapper. Let's
We
go
might
ahead.
have to adjust the color on.
Let's
this,
go
too.
ahead and bring in our resident gun holder,
Yes.
Adrian Bagunda.
Nice crowd.
What's up?
What's up, dog?
Hey.
Good morning. Welcome back.
Thank
God, you
I
are.
haven't seen you in a year.
You are.
Yeah, all year I haven't seen you.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Congratulations on being nominated for most Dapper influencer.
Thank you. I'm up against some
Good-looking broads
females.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
a couple dogs.
Yeah.
and dogs.
There's a couple dogs.
Well, you
Dogs.
can shoot them.
Yeah.
But they're so cute. I mean, it's like
Oh.
Chester over there.
It's like,
Hey,
yeah, you wouldn't.
I'll tell
shoot
you
them.
what.
What's that definition?
In the gun world, there are some extreme nerds.
Yeah.
Because there was this horrible story where supposedly a 1-year-old shot an infant at a
Yeah.
Walmart parking lot.
Yeah.
And immediately people are calling out shit. You know, it takes 8 pounds of pressure in order to pull that back. And unless they had this trigger on that, you know, if it had the 3742 trigger on it,
Yeah.
there's no way that kid could have pulled it. It was just this whole conspiracy
And
theory.
you read that article, Kathleen said the exact same thing. She's like, there's no way a 1-year-old can pull a trigger on what if it was a revolver. She's like, I'm going to do a test one day. I'm like,
Give it to a 1-year-old.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
pull
Point
the
that
trigger.
way.
Well, Elias is 2, so I think he could.
Let's do
good,
it.
Yeah, we'll
Let's
just
do
see
it.
if he
Yeah.
can do it.
Let's do
I've
it.
been
We
training
go.
him on Nerf, so he'll be all
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, he'll do fine.
Yeah, that's it. So what's new in your world?
Again, so we got the Gundy Awards coming up. I got a whole bunch of product in from F1 that, unfortunately and fortunately, I had to change processors on my website. They cut me off because they saw guns. So I'm in the middle of getting a new processor in, and then I'll upload some pics of the new F1 rifles. Got some really, really pretty badass ones that just came in.
That's
Nice.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. And the Cigars and Guns Vault.
Yeah,
I've been seeing great activity in there.
Yep.
Is that
Yeah.
that's a private group for
Yeah.
people to kind of exchange different product? Kind of what's the mission behind
Yeah,
that?
so I put up daily deals. I have access to a lot of gun companies and the kind of deals that they share for influencers or content creators as myself. And so I'll share daily deals on there. So it's called the Cigars and Guns Vault. Give it a search and see if you can join in there, or just shoot us a DM and we'll add you in.
Yeah, it's a fantastic group of guys that are
Yeah. It's all gun people and cigar people as well, and there's some interaction there. Some guys are selling their own stuff, which you can do. I have no problem doing that.
Yeah, and I really dig it because it has kind of that cigar newbies vibe where if I have a question, I don't feel too dumb to ask a question.
Yeah.
I'll ask it out there and I'll get good feedback.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Like, what's the best trigger pressure for a 2-year-old?
for
Yeah.
a 2-year-old?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
These guys
Walmart,
know that.
yeah.
Yeah, they'll-
Yeah, we are going to use it in Walmart in
Yeah.
the car.
Yeah.
What's the best? Yeah.
So yeah, if you have those type of questions, we'll get you answers. No, so that's where we're at. Shirt Club, how's that going?
Yeah, Shirt Club is going great. This past design was awesome. The one coming up is going to be a huge surprise, and it's also really good. We'll get those out in a couple of weeks.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet. So make sure to go to cigarsandguns.com and then click Shirt Club
Yep.
and subscribe.
Join
It's
the club, yeah.
$25 a month.
You get a shirt. It's a mystery.
It's
Yeah.
It is another mystery. to
super
it.
high quality and locally produced,
Yep.
to which I really, really appreciate that. That's
thank
awesome.
you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
You wanna sign us off?
Yeah, so I'm glad to be back. Catch us every Saturday for Saturday at the Shop, 10 a.m.-ish. And every Tuesday, Cigar Talk, 8 p.m. Catch us there.
That's it.
That's it.
Size Matters on Thursday.
Leads and Leaf on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Tales from the Lounge on Wednesday. Soon to be Frakes Boys Drunken Podcast coming
Yep.
up soon.
Yep.
I'll tell you about that. More info coming. I'm
yeah,
excited
that
about
one,
it.
yeah.
So, yep.
Love it.
Yeah, there's plenty of content for you to nerd out.
Happy Saturday, guys. Later.
Peace.
Here, go Cowboy. Cubs win.
And done.
And that's a wrap. That's a wrap just in time. Thanks for not coming in during the deal with your Happy Gilmore shirt on there.
You're gonna die, clown.
You're gonna die. You think you're better than me?
Oh. You're gonna die, clown. Why? I can't do it. Tell you what, while we come along with this, the less setup.
Oh, we're still live there.
Oh yeah, we are live.
Flipping Blake off.
There.